I'm Stacy Holmes, and this is Glordinary, a few moments where we celebrate God's glory and champion the ordinary. I'm glad you're here. June 4th, 2013. Stace, it's January, not June. You know, the dead of winter, in case you're forgetting. No, I remember that. But I did forget about June 4th, 2013. My Amazon account reminded me that this was the day I bought a particular book. And not just any book, one of the holy grail books in the homeschooling world. And no, I'm not talking about homeschooling this whole episode. You see, in 2013, I was just maybe, sorta, kinda, oh God, please no, praying about homeschooling our oldest daughter for kindergarten. I really wasn't loving the initial idea. In my mind, the stakes were huge. I'm not trained as a formal teacher, and reading, writing, counting, yeah, they're kind of a big deal. So before I ever taught one A is for Apple lesson, I read The 3 R's by Dr. Ruth Beechick, which stands for reading, writing, and arithmetic. Now, lest this confuse you, the 3 R's, there's clearly only one word that starts with R in reading, writing, and arithmetic, where there should be 3. That's false advertising. Not a solid start, Ruthie. But hang with me. Dr. Beechick's perspective in the 3 R's details what she deems the most important educational components for grades K through 3, the spine, if you will. Not that all the other subjects don't have merit. It's just this perspective outlines the value of hitting the right things in the right way at the right time, prioritizing the spine. To this day, no matter how much life happens, my girls will forever accomplish their 3 R's because at the end of the day, reading, writing, and arithmetic are critical. Dissecting the fetal pig was a bonus and gross. I can't tell you how thrilled I was to finish biology and get the dead animals out of my house. You can smell it now, can't you? You're welcome. Yet long before Dr. Beechick's book, there was another who prototyped the 3 R's model, Hezekiah, a Jewish king in 715 BC. And even now, shy of 3,000 years later, his story reminds us to prioritize the main things, the spine, the right things, the right ways, the right time. Listen in. In the first month of the first year of his reign, he opened the doors of the temple of the Lord and repaired them. That's 2 Chronicles 29:3. Since I kind of dumped you into the story like Star Wars Episode 4, let me take you back a bit. Who's Hezekiah? What's with the temple doors opening? And why is the Old Testament so odd? Fair questions. At this point in Israel's history, we're long past one big happy family. The people are divided, the land's divided, the kingdom's divided. The northern tribes said peace out, left the one true God in the dust, and hitched their wagon to all the other gods of the surrounding nations. The southern kingdom vacillated in their commitment. Some kings served God, some didn't, and the people followed suit. Along comes Hezekiah's dad, King Ahaz, a vile, wicked leader. Not only did he welcome in false gods, false worship, false teaching, he sacrificed his own sons to these false gods. Now, I think we can all agree that's just bad parenting right there. Clearly, Ahaz missed the newborn baby class to not shake the baby and don't sacrifice your baby to the gods. Yep, so that's Hezekiah's dad, the wicked King Ahaz. So wicked, so vile, and so hateful toward the Lord, and that's the all caps one true Lord of all. Ahaz, quote, shut the doors of the Lord's temple and set up altars at every street corner in Jerusalem. He permanently shut the doors of the temple. He set up convenient altars at every corner for people to sacrifice to any god. You could bring money, crops, animals, your kids. Yeah, that's Hezekiah's dad. Talk about a tough family origin story. Yet, in the first month of the first year of his reign, he opened the doors of the temple of the Lord and repaired them. Because, friend, sometimes in order to start the right things in the right way at the right time, we have to undo a thing or two. We have to open some doors that have been closed a long time. We've got to make some repairs. Sometimes we need to unlearn some things, even some things that maybe seemed helpful, convenient, or quote-unquote right at the time. We have to detox, cleanse, purge, and, well, reprioritize the spine, the right things in the right ways at the right time. How do we do it? Well, here's what Hezekiah did. First, he reopened the doors his own father had sealed shut. Not only was Hezekiah sifting through the vault of his own family's junk, he reopened his own heart back to God. The places that had been closed off or shut down, the places of disappointment, disillusionment, and distress. Next, he repaired what was broken, things that weren't working or weren't working well, things that needed tweaked, adjusted, foundations that needed shored up. Finally, he rid out what was evil. We don't like using words like evil or even sin if we're being honest, but there are things in our lives that we've allowed in that maybe we need to get rid of. Maybe it's big things, maybe little things too. Things we need to say no to. Boundaries in place to protect the spine, the priority. Boundaries to protect from distraction and clutter. He reopened, he repaired, he rid. And he reestablished the service of the temple of the Lord. He said yes to the right priority with God himself. Yes to the right focus. Right things, right way, right time. How's your spine? How's mine? Are there things out of alignment lately? Things we need to say no to, say yes to? They might be major repairs or maybe just little tweaks. What comes to mind as you consider the right things in the right way at the right time for your life? For me, it's been a heart-opening conversation this week, a come-to-Jesus moment. My mind's been misaligned long enough, believing that age-old lie that it's all on me all the time. Even as I spent a few moments journaling, I caught myself writing, "I haven't done enough." And it was my Hezekiah moment. My, quote, "in the first month of the first year" moment. The next statement I journaled said this: "What I have done enough of is worry, fretting about things I can't control. Time for some truth." So instead of reminding myself of everything I wasn't, I began reminding myself of everything God is. The right things in the right ways at the right time. Perhaps you're not sure how to get started, how to reopen and repair what's broken. Or maybe you're facing a decision and you can't quite figure it out. Is God listening? Is he speaking, leading? He is. So let's chat more about this in the next few weeks, about our next right steps, making decisions, and discerning God's voice when we can't quite tell if it's him, me, or bad pizza. Oh yes, I'm right there with you, friend, and we can do this just like Hezekiah. In the first month of the first year, he opened the doors of the temple and repaired them. Remember, you're not alone in this. I'm praying for you, friend. Have a glordinary day.